Hey y'all, Jen Hernandez, Loan with Jen. How to buy the house that you currently rent. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back. How do you buy the house that you currently rent? So I've got some tips and tricks here. Hopefully you'll find this helpful, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe this channel. We release 2 videos a week. Lots of tips and knowledge on how to buy a house. So like, share, and subscribe. Okay, how to buy the house that you currently rent. So from the lender's perspective, I'm a lender, so of course that's my first topic. It's really the same whether you buy from your landlord. For us, it doesn't really matter who the seller is. So that's point number 1. The process is exactly the same. So the pre-approval is the same. Down payment requirements are the same. The way we qualify you is exactly the same. Now, a quick side note, if you're purchasing a house and it's a FHA loan, you've got to have lived in the house for at least 6 months to purchase from your landlord. So that's just a rule. There has to be an established relationship. So talk to your local lender if that's something that you're concerned about. Now, back to how to buy the house you currently live in. So the main thing that you really need to be watchful of is, are you going to be represented? Is a realtor going to represent you and your interests between you and the seller, or are you buying from the seller directly without anyone involved? So that's something that we see a lot. We see both things happen. That's really the main concern, my main advice. And again, I'm not giving any legal advice. I just want to make that clear. This is just 25 years of experience of what we see. We've had clients that do both. So what we see when clients are not represented, if there's no realtor to represent you and you're buying directly from the landlord, you just want to make sure that you get inspections. Even though you've been living in the house for a while, it's a very good idea to get inspections. And there needs to be a contract between you and the seller. So every state has their own official contract. Who's going to help you fill that out? So you could get a real estate attorney, most definitely. If you're not going to be a realtor, using a realtor, I definitely suggest that you get at least a real estate attorney to help you as a buffer between you and the seller, to look out for your best interests. Okay, so that's really the most important thing. How do you know what the house is really worth? I mean, you've been living there, you kind of see, and you look on whatever.com and you see that these values come up. How do you know what's really real? Well, the lender's going to do an appraisal, but that's not till later. So how do you know what price to put on the contract? So that's really the biggest mystery at the time that you're doing a contract. And a real estate attorney is not going to be able to help you with that. They're not able to really see values and give advice on that. They're just helping you with the contract. So that's where a realtor could come in. But if there's not a realtor involved, you could also just hire an appraiser yourself. So you could hire an appraiser between you and the seller, get an appraisal done. It's several $100s. Now the lender's going to have to order their own appraisal during the process, but at least you can have an idea of what the property's worth. So that would be my suggestion. So those really, when you're buying a house from someone that you know, the landlord, really it's just the same type of transaction. You just need to make sure you know who's going to represent your interests, if it's going to be a realtor. And by the way, the seller generally pays the realtor's commission, so it's not anything that's out of your pocket. Or you can have a real estate attorney represent you. I definitely recommend one of the two. I hope you found this helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe. Legacy Mutual Mortgage is an equal housing opportunity lender. The opinions expressed here do not reflect those of Legacy Mutual Mortgage.